Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTubers out there across the country, around the world. This is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. I've mentioned these a few times, but we're actually going to use one now. These are tubing benders made for chain link top rail fence tubing. And the first one there, we paint things for color, and since most of the stuff's going to be stored here, blue is Bill's color, so I just painted it blue, and I put kind of a 12 on there. That means that's the 12-foot radius. It's marked in magic marker on the other side. Next one's the 10-foot radius, a little bit tighter. And then the inside one, I just put a 60 on it. Basically a 60 degree to give you three angles in a triangle, give you 180 degrees. Well, in this case, you want to do a 60 degree, a 60 degree, and a 60 degree to go have your vertical wall, and then up to the roof, a gable roof, and then back down. The one at the wall to the roof, and then one at the peak of the roof, and then one coming back down, so 60, 60, 60. The 20-footer is up on, mounted it to the man cave for bending, and the sunlight's going to get in the way of seeing my screen here, but what we did was we mounted it to the side of the trailer. There's Connex, whatever, and then we'll take the tubing and you put it in the slot there, the strap, and then bend it about every 9 inches or so. So we're ready to rock and roll on that. Got more material today for the sides. We're going to put screen and probably chicken wire on the sides for airflow and keep the bugs out, which is the whole idea of a greenhouse, is to control your access for pests and whatnot. So, but we have a lot of the work done. To me, the harder part, one of the harder parts is, getting the foundation done. So that's done. String lined it. You can see the yellow string line there. That's a little bit far out there. It should be right on the wood. Oh, he graded in here. That's what happened. He put this rock base in here, so we're going to pound those back out a little bit. But the pipe's holding it in. It's not going to come in any farther than that, and that's all. It's fine. So, and I personally dug that hole, mixed the concrete, filled it in, and I dug this hole over here. On the other side, there's 4 corners, and then the centers are going to be created. So I dug that hole, and they got more concrete today. So basically, pipes are in. Some of them we're going to cut off and hit rock on them. Not very many, though. 1, maybe 2, not quite. And that one, I guess, is 3 over there. Huh. Not too cool. But anyway, it'll be solid. So you slip the 1 3/8 down in that pipe, and that's going to hold it. And the stakes were just to kind of stabilize the wall, put dirt up against it and whatnot. Green wood, of course. So that's where we're at thus far. I mentioned in one video, if I don't get to it again, or don't get it uploaded or whatever, from corner diagonally across the other corner is how you square it. Those diagonals need to be the same, and they were like 45 feet and 5 inches on a 40-foot length. So I believe that's right. So that's how you square it up. You can set one corner exact, square that corner as best you can with like a 4-foot square or something, and then start from there as your starting point, and then you square it up, tap it in, tap it in, tap it in until you get the right measurement on both things. Okay, that's good for now. This is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. If you're listening to this, you are the remnant. Oh, and a little, I want to go ahead and finish up here, just a freebie. Sweat lodges are really good, very healthy. And one guy, I mentioned it to him, and typically they haul rocks from Colorado, Utah, somewhere, because sandstone just will pulverize, turn into sand if you get it hot. Some rocks will explode, they can hurt you. River rocks will have water in them. So one guy said, just use steel rocks. So I'd worked at a steel shop for quite a few months, and cut me some rocks. So I'd hauled them over here in that wheelbarrow, and that's was too much for the wheelbarrow and about too much for me. But you can put those in a fire, drag them in to a sweat lodge, and sprinkle water on them, and you have sweat, purification, health, sweat the toxins out. So, alrighty, that's about it. And we got another load of materials in, and I'm gonna call it good for that video. Y'all be blessed. Good night. This is Jerry Diamond. If you are listening to this, you are the remnant.